Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we finally got an upgrade to the camera. I won't be glitching out or it won't be very pixelated anymore. It'll be a lot more better quality, so you guys will be able to see me a bit more. I know you guys are very happy. But with that being said, I just want to go ahead and go over this over this slideshow on how you need to alter your self-image and how changing yourself will ultimately change your life. So let's go ahead and hop straight into it. So to change the world or your reality, you need to change your view of yourself first. A lot of us think we aren't worthy of great things from our past. Maybe someone's told us we can't do this, we can't do that, and we agreed with them. Or maybe you failed in this one particular aspect of your life and you just think you're a loser now. And most of the time we just look in the mirror and see a loser or a failure. You need to change this and change the person in the mirror into a winner. And this takes changing the reflection into perfection. Now, we're human. We're not perfect, but our self-image should be very strong and it should be perfect. We should be proud and confident of the man in the mirror and not despise ourselves when we look in the mirror. We should be proud of the man that we've become when we look in the mirror. Let's go ahead and talk about why our self-image is so low. We look at ourselves in very low ways because we know we are meant for more. We know we're not meant for a low life that we just work our whole lives as a slave and just die. That's not what life is about. Do you ever feel bad after drinking, watching porn, doing drugs, or judging others in a bad way? Or maybe feeling a void when participating in pointless activities that don't really align with your true self? That's because the real you doesn't do these things. You feel bad because none of these things really align with your higher self. And that's why it's very crucial to alter your self-image, to make sure you look in the mirror and that you're proud of yourself. Now let me go ahead and take a sip of this crucial Red Bull. Now let's talk about how you view yourself is how you view the world. Because if you see yourself as powerful, the future is nothing but opportunity. You will be able to look at the future with optimism, and you'll be able to know that there's much more for you in the future instead of just an average lifestyle with nothing really going for you. If you see yourself as helpless, the world is just a threat. You know you're not meant for anything if you see yourself as helpless. So it's very important that you feel powerful and that your future is optimistic. Power enables the action needed to accomplish any goal. If you have the power at your hands and at your fingertips, you know that your future is very, very attainable and that you can achieve anything you desire. This is why you must let go of any weakness that you're clinging onto from the past and instead grab onto new power that will benefit the future you. But before we do that, let's talk about what destroys your self-image and makes your self-image very low and makes you look in the mirror and look at yourself as a loser or a failure. And multiple factors come into play when you're destroying your self-image. You might just listen to what negative things people say to you and you might agree with them, which, obviously destroys your self-image. And you might be doing something that's degenerate and degrading, which also lowers your self-image because let's say you go to like a club or a bar, you get super drunk, you sleep with a really fat girl. You're not going to look at yourself as a proud man. You're going to be like, dang, I really just slept with a 2. It was 2 a.m., but the 2 turned into a 10, and things happened. You don't want this to happen. You want to be able to get that 10 out of 10 girl in that 10 out of 10 car, pulling up to McDonald's, or you don't want to be pulling up to McDonald's. You want to pull up to like a 5-star restaurant with that 10 out of 10 girl and feel amazing. You might be wasting a lot of time or money on important things that don't really matter with your true self or what you truly hold valuable. You might not be doing things that improve or benefit your self-image. Say you're just being stagnant or lazy or just scrolling all day. This will also destroy your self-image because you're not really doing anything to benefit yourself. You're just kind of wasting time. This will also destroy your self-image. So no action will also not benefit you at all. So, let's talk about the ways to actually improve your reflection and improve your self-image. Working out and getting in the best shape as possible will also improve your reflection and improve your self-image, because when you're in the best shape as possible, you'll be able to feel amazing because your body is your vehicle to kind of get you where you want to go. So if your body is really fat and unhealthy, you're going to feel really, really bad. You're going to feel really ugly and really ashamed of kind of the vehicle you're driving in. So you want to make sure your vehicle, which is your body, is a 10 out of 10, best shape possible, and make sure you look at yourself and you're like, okay, I'm strong, I can fight, I can work out, I can do anything that's physically thrown at me. Another way to improve your reflection and self-image is learning a valuable skill that you can use to make money. And learning new skills kind of just adds on to your intelligence and your self-image, because you know you're smart, you're intelligent, and you know a lot of things. You also need to cut out the negativity in your life, because if you have negative things kind of coming at you from different angles, that will kind of alter your self-image and make you think of yourself in a bad way, because you have all this negativity flowing in you, and you don't really want that, because you want to be able to have a lot of positivity flowing in your life to make you feel really good. So you need to surround yourself with people who are aligned with the future you, and that will kind of benefit you in the future. And you need to not waste your time, energy, and money on degenerate activities. Like I was saying, going to the club, maybe spending money on OnlyFans girls. Like, I don't think any of you guys do that, but I hope not. And if you do, you just need to stop doing that. And you need to get out of autopilot mode and grab the wheel of life and go ahead and drive it into the future that you desire. Let's go ahead and talk about my reflection or my self-image. So, I used to have a great self-image as a kid when I played outside, just did a lot of child activities until I was a senior in high school. That's when I started smoking and drinking and doing a lot of degenerate activities. I became a degen, of course, and I didn't really care about my future. I just thought I was a loser and couldn't really attain much. I slept with many girls and drove drunk in the mountains because I thought there was no future for me. So I was like, screw it. I'll do whatever happens, I guess. And I didn't even think I had a worthy future because my self-image was so low. I thought so lowly of myself that I didn't really care if I died, if I was driving drunk in the mountains, who cares? I don't have that much of a future anyways. But I decided it was time for a change. I started working out and spent time alone to actually improve how I perceived myself. And now the life I once had was no more, and the reflection of my self-image was crystal clear, and I could see what I needed to become and what I needed to do to actually become the future me. I now know that I'm meant for much more, and my self-image was altered in a positive way, and I was able to change and able to kind of alter my self-image and make sure that I was aligned with my future self and that I was taking the actions needed to actually become who I needed to be to achieve the future that I was worthy for. So, that's pretty much the gist of the video, guys. Just be able to look in the mirror and look at yourself in a positive way and not think of yourself as a loser or a degen or a failure. You need to look in the mirror and look at yourself in a positive way and change the outlook that you have on yourself, because that is the most important part of life, is to kind of go through life knowing that you're meant for more and that you're not meant to just slave away your whole life and spend your whole life a loser. You need to be able to change your outlook into a more optimistic way of life and a more abundance kind of lifestyle that everything is coming to you, and you just need to alter your reflection to make sure that happens. So spending time alone, I don't even know if I went over that slide. Oh, yeah, I didn't. So let's talk about how you need to find your true self-image. You need to close your eyes and imagine the best version of you. This takes a lot of time alone and a lot of time thinking. You might not even do that right now. You need to actually sit alone and think so you're able to actually think of the best version of you. Because if you don't even know what the best version of you is like, how are you ever going to become that best version of you? You need to find him first. He probably isn't where you are now, and that's okay. That's what life is about. You have to actually strive to get there. You have to figure out what that future version of you does and what he stays away from. You need to align with that future you because he is your higher self. He's the best version of you, and you need to strive to get there. Your future you depends on it, and he'll tell you the steps you need to take in order to become him and to become ultimately your higher self. And as I was saying, this takes time alone and time focused on aligning with your future you and spending some time with your future self so that you can actually listen and take the notes that the actions that you need to take to actually become him. So I'm sorry I skipped the slide, but I guess this is the better way to do it, so it's all good. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and you guys will see better content now because I have a better camera and better lighting, so it'll all work out. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.